Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, and welcome to The Binding of Isaac. We're going to go through a few more roguelike games this month, I think. We started last week with Risk of Rain, and from here we're just going to move on to a few other fun ones that I have on Steam. This game, if you're not familiar with it, is a basic dungeon crawler. It's kind of a classic now. I mean, it has been out for a few years. We're going to be playing it with the Wrath of the Lamb expansion, which added a whole bunch of new items and kind of map layouts to it. So we'll see what happens. I also wanted to play this game too because the new version of the game, Binding of Isaac Rebirth, is coming out a month from today on November 4th. So if you want some good nightmare fuel, by the way, find the trailer for it. It's pretty disturbing. They use like puppets in it. It's really creepy. But a really fun game. I think they're supposed to add more RPG elements into that one. So we'll see what happens. If you're not familiar with this game, well, I'll give you kind of the lowdown on it. As you can see, it's a dungeon crawler, much in the same vein as Legend of Zelda. And there are three basic items that you use throughout the game. Coins, to buy things from coin stores. There's one below me right now. We're not going to go to it quite yet because we only have 3 coins, and that's not going to buy me jack shit. But we'll save them up and hopefully be able to use them later on. We also have bombs and keys. Bombs are just good for blowing down barricades. They can also kick open doors, find secret areas, and we can use keys to open doors to gold rooms in particular. You also need a key, I think, to get into the buying room, the coin room, if you will. Some other items in the game, you just saw me pick up a couple of tarot cards. Those were the Justice tarot cards. You basically need to memorize what each of them does. You're just not going to remember. But in a game like this, the way that I play, and I think the way that anyone should play, is you just, whatever you grab, just use it and see what happens. You know, throw caution to the wind and go for it. So those are some really good ones to pick up right off the bat, because it gave me basic items, because you can get screwed really early on not having enough keys in particular, because there'll be instances where we'll need keys for these gold rooms, like the one to my left here. Luckily this is one where I just had to kill all the enemies in the room and was able to progress. And let's see what we got here. Polyphemus, which gives me one gigantic shot. I don't know how I feel about that. In fact, I don't like that at all. I would prefer to have a quick firing, large damage shots. But oh well, what can you do? That's what we're gonna go with. So one shot that has a really low rate of fire but does a ton of damage. So, alright, I'll take it. Definitely not my playstyle, but here we go. First boss, it's the Widow, which is a new enemy, or new boss I should say, to this expansion. It's the pink one too, which means that it kind of has a different kind of ability. I don't really know what it is. Some of them are able to tell, like if an enemy is off color, that means they have some sort of ability that the normal version of that would not have. So, I don't think we're going to be able to figure out. Man, this does a ton of damage. That was a quick fight. Jeez, by any means necessary. I got the job done there. Hey, and we got Mom's underwear for all of our hard work. Yeah, this game. If you didn't think this game was weird, it is weird. You got those nice little scenes in between levels too that I love. Poor guy, he ain't got no toilet paper, and of course those kids just kick the door in on him. So what happened there at the beginning of the level? In the last level I got a white heart, which means that if you don't take damage and lose that heart in that level, it will become a permanent heart for you in the next level, which is really cool. That's something I believe they added to this expansion. And hey, we got our first use item, or spacebar item, depending on what you want to call it, Mr. Boom, which is basically as simple as it can get. Here's a good place to use it. Just a gigantic bomb, does some serious damage, and gives a chance to grab some coins and cause some more explosions to occur. Always fun. People love explosions. Studies show. Let's see what else we got in the next room. Ooh, fire! In my experience, I've had those red fires attack me before. Sometimes they'll just shoot like a fireball at you, but I don't know. Sometimes not. Hard to say. But this game's great. I put about 60 hours into it or so, and I haven't... Oh, that was cheap. I should have been there. I haven't played a lot with the Wrath of the Lamb expansion. Only about 2 or 3 hours, I would say. So I'm still getting used to it. There's a whole lot of stuff that they added to it. So there's a lot of new trinkets to pick up. Their meat man over here is just giving me a hard time. But at least he gave me an armor heart. Armor hearts are not permanent; they'll go away. And ooh, what's in this room? Oh, pills, huh? Yeah, what do we got here? Oh, telepills. That's great. Well, I'm not going to bother going back into that room. Those rooms are very hit and miss. Just like some other rooms are in this game, like that one. Obviously, you have to take damage to get into it. So, yeah. Same with that room right there with it's all bloody and there's a spike pit in the middle. If you stand on there and do damage to yourself, sometimes there's only one, sometimes it does a lot of damage to you. It will give you an item of some sort eventually, but that's the key word, eventually. So, I don't like to waste my time with it. It just, it is what it is, basically. Let's see, what do we have for boss number 2? Oh, one of the 4 horsemen, Famine. Look at him, riding upon his steed, as if he's special or something. Oh, these guys are actually pretty easy. All 4 horsemen are in this game, and they're all pretty simple. You just don't want to get directly in front of them, or else they'll charge you like that, and they'll do some pretty heavy damage. But, I don't know, this giant tier looks like it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Really working out for me here. I'll just have to keep up with this, I suppose. So, October started. It's officially the haunting season, and I have been in full-on Halloween mode. And I've been trying to watch as many ridiculous horror movies as I can. Ooh, cube of meat. Nice. That's a cube of meat that will protect me. And whenever I get 1 cube of meat, I normally get multiple cubes of meat, and that can actually be upgraded multiple times. But we'll see if that happens. I won't bring it up unless it does, but it might, and it would be cool. But, so I've been watching a lot of really cool horror movies. I watched American Werewolf in London last night for the first time. That was pretty neat. I hadn't seen that one all the way through. I love the effects in those movies. They're just so neat. Man, it's a shame that there's so much CGI nowadays, because it's, obviously the argument is that it's cheaper to do than traditional, makeup and special effects are concerned. But I don't know. I mean, some of these movies don't really have really extraordinary budgets to them, and they still have some really great effects. I know that I saw The Howling, which has some awesome werewolf transformations in it, and I looked that one up, and that only had a $1 million budget, but the effects in it were pretty damn awesome, and it grossed $17 million. So I don't know, but I guess that's the nature of horror movies too nowadays. I think if you look back in the 70s and 80s, they were a genre film that came out just as frequently as other genres did, but now there's horror movies every single month, because they always turn over a profit, because people love getting scared. And if you can make them on the cheap, you're gonna get 10 times what you put into them. So that's just kind of the nature of the beast. I think it's more so not the money, but just the fact that they don't have the time to make them as great as they were before, just with all the craziness. If you have a chance to see The Thing with Kurt Russell this Halloween season, check that out, because that is a perfect example of a movie that the special effects are just holy crap, just blow you away. But anyhow, back to the game. Hey, we got Mom's Pad, nice! This is actually a really good spacebar item. You use it and it will cause all of the enemies in the room to just freeze up, and you can just have a field day beating them up. Well, speaking of guys that I gotta beat up, we got these meat dudes over here. Their little gimmick is that when you technically kill them, they turn into just a puddle of meat, and if you don't destroy them quickly enough, they'll reform again. They won't come back as strong, but they definitely can be really annoying. Ooh, a nickel, nice. Looks like we're getting just about enough money here that might be able to go to a shop soon and find some goodness. But first, maggots, and lots of them. This is a pretty cool tear shot, actually. I've never really used it before, but it looks like it keeps trailing on if it doesn't kill an enemy, or if it's the power of the shot, is too much for the enemy to take. It goes right through them. That's a good way of describing it. I like that one. Can never have enough keys in this game. And another one of those rooms. We are not going to bother with them. They are not worth our time. Moving right along. But I saw that, and that was pretty cool. I just watched Sinister this morning, and wasn't too impressed with it. This is a tricky situation right here. Let's see what we can do about him. I've crumpled his face. That's a new one. I've never done that before. I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm gonna push him onto these spikes. That's right, you die. Jeez. Let's see if I can do the same thing to this guy. But I saw Sinister, and that was an alright movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did Insidious or The Conjuring, but I definitely liked the story to it. That was pretty compelling, at least. But I don't know. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of creepy kids, and creepy kids only go so far. But oh well. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. So I guess that's true. I don't know why I said that. It didn't even make any sense. I'm too focused on what I'm watching. Hey, we got a heart for HP up. It's kind of unnecessary. There's enough items that you get after killing bosses that normally give you health upgrades, so it's just a real heart to wear around your chest. Oh well. But so yeah, I'm checking that out. I think it was Genray who told me I should do a Ginger Snaps marathon. I don't know anything about that series. I've never seen any of it. I know of it, but I don't know. I've heard it. I think it's really cheesy, right? That's what I get. I don't know. Definitely B horror movies, but I'm fine for that. I've already gone through all the major franchises, so you know I'll just take whatever at this point. But I don't know. I've got a lot on my plate still to watch, and hopefully I won't completely run out. It's disappointing that people don't like. I don't know. It's probably just me, but people don't seem to embrace Halloween until it gets to like the very not end of the month, but at least halfway through the month. I don't know. I mean, it's like Halloween. It's kind of like Halloween kicks off that whole 3-month, you know, holiday period of Thanksgiving and Christmas. And oh, I'm gonna blow this guy up. You're normally supposed to give that guy coins, and after you give him a few, he'll give you some sort of an item, but I've always found it more worthwhile just to blow up. Same with slot machines. If you come across a slot machine, I'll probably blow that up as well. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of disappointing. You know, I think that you should just embrace it from the beginning of the month and just roll with it. Speaking of rolling with it, we got Pestilence. Ooh, Horseman number 2. You don't always fight the 4 horsemen, by the way. Like, I would say that the, ooh, this guy's kind of white. I guess I give some spider powers. That's weird. Yeah, he doesn't normally do that. But I guess I would say, by and large, the bosses in this game, they're either really easy or really difficult. Ooh, and there's another boss door in here, too. Oh, that means we're going to go through multiple bosses. That's kind of interesting. I think that warps you ahead a level, because you just go from one boss fight to another and can skip an entire level. And why didn't I use Mama's Pad earlier? I should have thought about it, but that's what it does. It will keep them locked up for about 10 seconds or so, I want to say. Oh, cube of meat number 2, nice! So now we got, hey look, it's everyone's favorite Meat Boy. Meat Boy! And now he can also block shots, but he also fires a projectile of his own. You can upgrade that a couple more times, and you turn them into a little Meat Boy, and then a larger Meat Boy who will just like fight by your side and become a little companion of yours. And here's our buddy Peep, who doesn't normally start by shooting his eyes out at you. I don't think he does normally. That might be part of what makes the whatever bluish-green Peep unique. But this guy's kind of annoying, actually, on the rating of annoying enemies. But anyhow, so that's basically my spiel on horror movies and why I think we should celebrate Halloween more sooner than later. Yeah, if that makes any sense. But, man, I'm destroying this guy. This is awesome. I don't know, this large tier seems to be paying off. If only I could get, like, my tiers increased and get my rate of fire up, that would help out a lot. Let's see what happens. Ooh, a squeezy toy! Nice! And they gave me some balls of steel. Nice. Gave me some armor hearts. I love that. I love how morbid it looks. Not to mention he's got 3 eyes now. 1 giant one and 2 eyes sticking out. Oh, and we got the Devil Room. So the Devil Room, you can trade in hearts, and they'll give you an item. I forget what the cat's head does, and I've never had 3 armor hearts to use for that Ouija board before. So I'm just going to pass on this one. But, oh, poor guy, still no toilet paper. Isn't that the worst? Seriously? Like, can we put that in perspective, guys? That's just like, always a bad time right there. But, I love the creepy little the squeezy eyes. That's really awesome. We'll go over some bombs for my trouble. Why not? 25 coins, too. Man, that's a lot of coins. I think I'm gonna have to start finding some places to spend that. Although, we're getting close to the point in the game where I would prefer to almost just start making a mad dash for the boss. Because early on, the levels are small enough and the enemies are not so dangerous as that you can go and you can find the gold treasure rooms and get those without any problem. Back there was that sword room. That's kind of just like a challenge room. You go in there and there's a treasure chest, and you pick it up, and then you have to fight a few rounds of enemies. And I've never found it to be worth it, just like those other rooms that we're in. And ooh, speaking of going straight for the boss, it looks like we've we've got our little wish here of finding said boss. I don't know, though, if we're going to go for it or not. It's tough to say. I think... I don't know. This could be an immense map, actually, and it just doesn't really appear that way. But I think we're going to... Let's go get some items real quick. Well, that's not going to help us any. Oh, well. But in other gaming news, I've been really looking forward to the new Civilization game coming out. I don't know about you guys, but I love me some Civilization. It's a game that I've kind of wanted to record at some point, but it gets very slow paced. Like in the beginning stage of it, I would have a lot to comment on, but I think later on it would just get really dry. As you just kind of go through the motions as your civilization expands and basically doing the same thing. Oh, and here's a tick. Ticks are new. Actually, anything that you would get that would end up in their top left is called a trinket. And the tick, I don't really know exactly what all the trinkets do because they're new to the Wrath of the Lamb, but I know that he steals enemy HP for the most part. And oh, wow, that was convenient. Thanks, green guy. Really helped me out there. Oh, come on, and as soon as I finally find a coin room, greed's got to be waiting in it. So, not only do we have the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but we also have to deal with the 7 deadly sins. And we fought sloth at the beginning of the game. But greed's a pain in the ass. I mean, because now this coin room will be nothing. I mean, it's not like it turns into a shop where I can buy stuff. It's just nothing. Even though and then he gave me 25 cents just to, almost add insult to injury right there. Let's see what these pills do for me. Ooh, bombs are key. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. It switches up your bombs and keys, basically. So now I have as many keys as I had bombs, which is good. I would much rather have keys than bombs. It just makes a lot more sense. Because bombs, as you've seen, very situational. I never use them against bosses, although I know some people do. But, yeah, not really my thing. And then you got these vagina monsters, as I like to call them. Seriously, like, what else could they possibly be? Hey, some more keys, too, on top of it. Nice. Although now I need bombs, just in case. Maybe not, but you can never be too sure of what's coming your way. Or unsure of what's coming your way, depending on how you feel about it. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Civ. It looks really cool. It all takes place in space. Apparently, they had come out with this game, Alpha Centauri, many years ago, and this looks like what's kind of a sort of sequel of sorts to that. And a lot of people are looking forward to it. I hope it runs on my computer well, because I am really getting to the point where games are, new games at least I should say, are just really struggling to run at all. I just got the new Gauntlet, which they have on Steam for like $20, and tried to get it going, and oh man, was it stuttery. Very, very stuttery. And it's not even like it's a graphically intensive game, but I don't know. Then I had to think about it, and I'm like, well, I have had this laptop for about, oh man, like, not 7 years, but probably 6 years, I would say. And, I mean, it was very stock when I first got it. It never had a very good graphics card to it, so I think I might have to invest in a new computer soon. But then again, I have to invest in everything. Like, everything's coming up. What's this? Best friend. Friends till the end, huh? What are you? Huh. Oh, wait, what do you do? Oh, you blow up, apparently. Well, that's not good. Jeez. Ah. Ow, it burdens the soul. That's great. Well, there you go. That's kind of, explains exactly how I play this game. The stuff that I don't know, I pick up, and I'll probably won't remember that. Watch us next time I get that item, whenever it is. I'll totally forget what it does again, but it explodes. It's basically a bomb. I don't know. It would be cool if it like draws enemies towards it, then explodes, but I have a feeling it probably doesn't do that. Oh, and we got Gish! Good old Gish. I actually don't know what this guy does. We're gonna use Mom's pad immediately. He looks like the other boss, Monstro, but he's just a black goo. Like the tar monster from Star Trek The Next Generation. Yes, of course. Why not bring up something as nerdy as that while I'm playing Binding of Isaac? But, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that game. Hopefully it works out for me. I don't think you'll be seeing me play Gauntlet anytime soon, at least not in that format. Maybe in the NES format, that's a possibility. That game's really fun. Very hard, though. But then again, when you think of Gauntlet, you inevitably think of the N64 Gauntlet. And hey, a little Gish has appeared. Nice. Oh, and I got him right here. Nice, cool. So looks like I'm going to have 2 little companions that are going to be shooting stuff out. That's neat. Sometimes that's the way to go. I kind of like that setup of having just like little guys that fight for you. It's a good way to go most of the time. Works really well in Risk of Rain when you get drones, but didn't really get to show that often. We saw how well that went, and compared to this run, this is actually a pretty good run, all things considered, of this game. I don't know if we'll get to the end or not, and there's a slot machine, but I gotta use bombs or a key to get to it, so I'm gonna pass that one up. Ooh, a nest of flies. That's an enemy we haven't seen yet, but he's got some high defense, but otherwise he's nothing to be concerned about. Yeah, you ain't got nothing on me, buddy. So, I got a chance to play some Hyrule Warriors the other day. That was pretty fun. It's funny how little they tried in that game, honestly. I mean, not to say that it's a bad game, and not to be overly insulting, but seriously, it's just Dynasty Warriors, but with, Zelda and Link in it, and it could not be any more Dynasty Warriors like there's nothing different about it whatsoever. So I don't know. That's cool though. I don't know. I love watching people play it who had never played Dynasty Warriors before, and they were just really confused on how overpowered Link was and how he was able to destroy thousands of people in battle. But I don't know. I think that there have been enough Dynasty Warriors games that if you don't own one at this point, then you're just kind of out of the loop, and you might as well have one. I remember just buying one just to have it available to me in case I ever wanted to play it. So I have played it a bit, but not much. That was a while ago for the PS2. What do we have here? Oh man, that guy's shooting green balls of slime. Oh, don't kill me! Don't kill me! Oh, ooh, this isn't good. Have a heart. All right, let's go for it. And it's Mom! Whoa! So I should maybe explain the story to this. So, yeah, that would actually go to make sense. So, Isaac's mom is a devout Christian woman, and one day thinks that she hears the voice of God telling her to kill her son, Isaac, and he finds this. Oh, that was a weird teleporting move of the foot there, but damn, knocked like half of the health off already. Nice. He finds this weird trap door, goes into a basement, and proceeds to just start the game. And there's a secret underworld that's been under his basement the entire time. So definitely leads itself to people wondering exactly, what you're fighting. Are these like his brothers and sisters who have been down here as well? And there's kind of some speculation on it, but it is what it is. It's just a bizarre game, and it's probably best to leave it at that. Come on, foot. There you are. Oh, come on. Yes, yes. No. Come on. I got this. Get on my way, make it. Ain't got time for you. And there's a fly over there. Oh, and there's another fly over there. Uh-oh. They're all circling me. There's a lot of damage. Oh, no. Her foot's in the way. Oh, no! Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks so much. Oh, that was going to be awesome. But I did like how I was killing all those guys with her foot before. That was some pretty neat moving around, too. But oh well. That's the nature of the beast, everyone. That's Binding of Isaac. It shows you what killed you, what items you had. Goodbye, cruel world. So there you go, everyone. That's Binding of Isaac. It's a really fun game. I've seen it as low as like 80 cents, and that was literally like a week ago. Normally it's like maybe $3. So if you have the means, go grab it. It's worth the money. You'll sink the time into it, I'm sure. It's hard not to. It's a really, really fun game. But anyhow, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Next week, we're going to play another roguelike as we continue this roguelike month, I suppose. Got a couple more in me, so I will talk to all of you awesome people later on.